came on the run to the end zone from the 13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
He now has 111 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes his connection. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. On target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got his man, makes the grab.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back goes in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got his man. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker here. Well, he won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Splits the uprights. Good.
That makes the score. Michigan 49, Ohio State 23.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner goes down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these 2 programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. And it's been a battle of wills between these 2 teams through 2 quarters. Bend but don't break. They've managed to neutralize the explosive playmakers on each side by shutting down passing windows and providing tight coverage. Forget the Jimmies and Joes. This second half could really be about the X's and O's.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to buy time. Unleashes one. He's got him wide open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And the Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to... the score. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They run the reverse. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. They've They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got it on the right. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Caught over the middle. It's Pena. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. The give, fighting off the defender. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home. But he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Griffin. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Still looking on the move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. So the 16-play drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. Now on second down.
Slippery rough, 45. Tiffin University, 35.
He's looking to throw. Wiggles free. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They're trying. He's going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like, play pitching.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Bringing it back, it's Foster. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no way. No, got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Pressure coming. Safe completion on the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, Don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he could take it to the distance.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. He looks that one in nicely. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Gets it out fast. The Wolverines will keep this drive going.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Snags it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
42, spot.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy to rock some more here, Paulo.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. They've built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there Johnson.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Bye.